Hello everybody, Super Perfect Shogun, and today I wanted to talk about the Anthem VIP demo, beta, whatever, that took place this past weekend. So first and foremost, let me just say for the record that I was a huge Destiny fan when Destiny 1 came out. I stopped playing due to schooling and working, not giving me enough free time for that sort of game, and then I jumped back in with Destiny 2, and it was fun for a minute, and then I just decided that I totally wanted nothing to do with that game at all, period. So let me just state for the record that hopefully Bungie taking that franchise and moving away from Activision, I pray that that is a great thing. I'm sure it is. Activision just does not have the best track record when it comes to not monetizing their games and their gamers to death. All that said, the first part of this that I want to talk about is kind of the bad. Well, first and foremost, I have my own personal issue. I have two different accounts apparently for EA, and so one of those kind of wasn't attached to my PS4, my PSN account, and you can't detach it through EA's website like you can with an Xbox One account, but you also can't with an Xbox 360 account. It's weird. So I had to deal with that. It took about 2 hours to get that resolved and get access to the demo on PlayStation 4. So there was that. Then of course you get in, and then there's the issues with the frame rate while you're in the main city. I forget the name of it right now, but that's not important. There were some frame rate issues, nothing super scary, but it just showed that it was not very polished at the moment, at least in that area. I only had another issue with the frame rate later on in one of the expeditions where there was actually a lot of action and explosions going on, so I'm attributing it to that stress. I don't think it's really indicative of anything bad in the game. Outside of that, like, all the rest of the gameplay was pretty fluid. Then there was the, of course, infinite loading screens that happened that some people have been talking about, and you'd have to quit out the game, relaunch the client, and then hopefully get in. Sometimes you would, sometimes you wouldn't. Sometimes it would take you right back to the expedition you were on. Sometimes you wouldn't get that message. It was kind of a crapshoot. It was a bad situation all the way around. Oh, one more thing. There was a moment in which I was playing, which I had some really bad rubber banding issues that made it almost completely unplayable. It was just horrifyingly bad rubber banding. When the game worked, when it played, it was actually pretty fun. Like, I mean, it was a really good time. You get to level 12, you unlock your first javelin, and I believe it's different in the actual game, but in the demo, you get to level 12, you get to unlock not your first javelin, but your second javelin outside of the ranger, which is the more balanced one. I chose to go with the storm. The storm is incredible. It has the ability to hover really long times. When you are hovering, you take less damage to your shields. It's incredible for like somebody who wants to be up and sniping or giving support to the other teammates. It's an incredible suit. Later on like Sunday, I think they unlocked all the javelins for people who were playing, so that was pretty neat. I feel as if there's two things I want to say. One, people who are highly concerned about microtransactions because of now the reporting about a screenshot that was released of armor sets that cost like $20, and it's like, oh my god, that's crazy. The whole fight against loot boxes was always bound to turn up something different. You always have the choice of either buying loot boxes or buying DLC straight up. And yeah, these people can make this DLC and they can make it cheap if they want to, but that's not how business works. Like, when you take the idea that yes, loot boxes are to incentivize you to buy multiple ones, you're not just going to go in and get the chance to have armor sets that you can just buy for like $2-3. $20 I think is outrageous. I'd probably max at $5 personally if I were doing something like this, but that's just me. I wouldn't be too super worried about it if you're looking into this game. It might be an issue, it might not. We just don't know yet. We have to wait and see. We have to let it all pan out and see what happens. And my second thing is, we don't know exactly what the mission structures are going to look like. We don't know how many expeditions you're going to get, or how many of any mission that you're going to get. I think they said the expeditions are basically like the strikes, and you're only supposed to get like 3 of them to start. I mean, we don't know. We don't know how much content is really in this game, and we kind of won't know until the game is actually fully released. It's still a wait and see kind of game, so we will see what happens in this open demo. I also have EA access, so I'll be able to play the actual full game on a trial basis before it actually releases, so I'll definitely be looking into that. And then I'll have a greater opinion on it then, but for now, it's still a wait and see. It's still not an immediate day one buy. It's either play the trial if you have EA access or something, or EA Origins thing, whatever the PC equivalent is, or wait for the demo or wait for the reviews to come out. So that's where I am on that. It's your boy Perfect Shogun. Keep gaming.